Good afternoon and welcome to Best Listener Ever. The time right now is 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm your host for this presentation. I do have a government name. It just hasn't come up for discussion yet. I want to thank you, those of you who have viewed the channel. I want to thank the people that have actually subscribed. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And be sure to tap the notification bell for future notifications. This is a live program format. Every time you see me, I should be live unless it's after the presentation and it's simply on my channel. The presentation is coming to you from Gotham City of the South. I'm a 68-year-old black man, and I live in the heart of Texas, Gotham City of the South, I call it. I bet you can't wait to find out what that means. Oh, it's going to be juicy. But I'm only here for a few minutes right now. I'm trying to reduce the time I spend on these lives at this point until we start getting people who click on the link to take part in the discussions that we're going to have. In the meantime, I'll be doing short lives. I plan to do at least 2 more today. This is my 7th day on this channel, having originated it last Thursday. And in some ways, it's been a bumpy ride, but we do the best we can. We're always going to do the best we can. We're always going to endeavor to start on time and not waste your time. Not that anybody else does. I'm not interested in what anybody else does. You can read the crawler. You can keep your money. I'm not asking for donations. I'm not asking for anything from anybody for any reason. Not to build anything. Not to support black businesses. Not to promote any cause. Start a militia or anything. No. I'm not here for that. I'm here for one thing and one thing only, and that is to be the best listener ever. The challenge is, of course, for you to find someone who will prove to be a better listener than I am for free. Then you can tell me who they are and where they are so I can have someone listen to me. That's the goal. Keep your money. You cannot use the N-word. So sorry. Oh, I know that just crushes some people's soul and heart. Flamethrowers them to hell and back. To think that there's a channel where they can't shout out the N-word at the top of their lungs repeatedly with fervor. Okay? You can't curse. Sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. That's just the way it is. You cannot curse. No celebrity or YouTuber gossip. That's really going to cut into the prospective numbers, because who wants to sign into a channel where you can't discuss somebody discussing somebody else, right? Right. No libel or slander. If you have any questions, the email is making its way across the screen right now, and it'll be back. Email me. I will answer all emails. I will respond to all comments. I just won't read them on the air. Now, I actually got comments last night, and I did read them because those were the first comments I'd ever had. It was like a child at Christmas with a new toy. This whole experience has been like a child at Christmas with a new toy. Except I'm not here to play. I need to make it clear that before we go on to the topic I've chosen, I need to make it clear that I'm not here to play with anybody. I'm not here to play on anybody's intelligence, because I really don't play. I like to laugh, and I'll joke with you. I will stop saying, I will weep with you. If it comes down to it, although I don't like to do that on camera, but I will not play with you. The topic: Supreme Court leak shenanigans. Supreme Court leak shenanigans. You've heard by now that as of Monday, it was announced that a draft decision by Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito was leaked to the press, to the media, indicating that the Supreme Court was leaning toward reversing Roe versus Wade. I don't know how many women have already thrown themselves under tanks, but you can look forward as this controversy heats up. Women will be throwing themselves under tanks. And let me qualify that. White women will be throwing themselves under tanks. You can quote me on that. Because it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's true. Now, they may be able to entice some black women. Oh, gosh. They might be able to entice some black women to hurl themselves under tanks as well, but it's mostly going to be white women. You can bet on that. Not that I want to see a white woman crushed by a tank or any woman crushed by a tank. It's more or less a figure of speech. But I think there's a lot of meaning in that. What happened was the media got a hold of this decision, 98-page decision, I understand. I believe they said it was written in February of this year. I'm not sure, not entirely clear on that, but I don't want to speculate or comment, and will never comment on a woman's right to choose. I don't think as a man, I have the right or the ability to determine or say or have an opinion on whether a woman should have a right to choose when it comes to abortion. It's just the way I feel. I have my ideas about it, but no one cares about my ideas, and you shouldn't. I'm a man. It's not my place. But I want to focus on who leaked this decision, this draft decision. To everybody's knowledge, this has never happened in the entire history of the Supreme Court. Never. I'll get to my suspicion about why this leak occurred. But first, I want to kind of focus on the leaker or leak-et. I believe the leaker was pro-life. I don't think anyone, pro-choice. See how ignorant I am of the controversy. I believe the leaker was a pro-choice individual. I believe the leaker was probably a Democrat as opposed to a Republican. I believe the leaker was female. I believe I said that. And a Democrat. Yes, I did. Someone they're speculating who had access to the draft, which puts it in the category of a law clerk who released this to the media. My speculation is on why the leak occurred. I believe this is a ploy, and this is my opinion alone. This is a ploy by operatives of the Democratic Party to make sure Democrats turn out to vote in the midterm elections and vote for Democrats, of course. Who else? All the signs indicate that support for the Democratic way of thinking, way of politicking, if you will, is on the decline from the top down to the Congress and Senate, top office presidency to the Congress and Senate, and that there could be a massive turnover in Congress in the midterm elections in November. And I think this is a way of mobilizing the Democratic base. I've even heard talk that if Roe versus Wade is overturned, then Loving versus Virginia, which struck down state restrictions against interracial marriage in 1960, could also be overturned. Really? Okay. And then that led me to speculate, well, what about Brown versus Board of Education, handed down in 1954? You know, I've always said that being born in 1954 and the decision itself indicating that it should be implemented with all deliberate speed. I started elementary school in 1959, segregated schools. I progressed to middle school, segregated schools. I began high school in 1969. Okay, segregated schools. To my knowledge, there's still segregation in a major portion of this country when it comes to a quality education. So although some Black students are able to transfer across district lines in some places to predominantly white schools for a better education, it is not the order of the day by any shape, form, or fashion. But that's neither here nor there. Nobody cares what I think. Be sure to like, be sure to share, be sure to subscribe. That's really all I have to say at this point. I'd be interested to know what you think. Leave a comment. I will respond to all comments in the comment section. Send me an email if you have any questions, and I will respond to those. In the meantime, don't let anybody make a monkey out of you. Don't make a monkey out of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Just take care. And until we meet again, which I'm, as I said, I think projecting for 6 p.m. Central Standard Time today, another live, when we will be discussing dolphin pornography. Dolphin pornography. Because not all the subjects have to be serious and momentous and world-altering. Sometimes it's just good to see what a strange world we live in. Peace, everybody.